An abandoned Colossal Warship was saved by a human and reborn as a superweapon. Captain Eli Varn maneuvered his small salvage vessel through the maze of floating rocks, eyes sharp, fingers steady on the controls. He had been chasing rumors for weeks, rumors of a ship so large, so powerful, that the galaxy had forgotten it existed. "Are you sure this is even real, Eli?" his co-pilot Mara asked, her voice tense over the comm. Eli didn't answer at first. Silence hung for a moment, filled only by the low hum of the ship's engine and the faint creak of the hull as it passed near a massive asteroid. Then he spotted it. It floated like a ghost in the void, a colossal warship, abandoned and half-buried in a cloud of debris. Its hull was scarred from battles long ago, but it still radiated strength. Lights flickered dimly, scattered across the surface like the heartbeat of a giant creature. "It's real," Eli finally said, awe and excitement mixed in his voice. "And it's enormous." Mara swallowed. "And probably dangerous. Look at that size, we barely have shields to match." Eli chuckled softly. "That's exactly why we're here. No one else has the guts to try it." As they approached, the sheer scale of the ship became clear. It was unlike anything designed by humans, angular, jagged, and intimidating. Symbols unknown to them were etched across its hull, glowing faintly like runes. Eli ran scans, watching as the readings slowly came alive on his console. The ship had power, life, potential, but it was dormant, silent, waiting. Eli docked the salvage vessel carefully. The connection clamps hissed and vibrated as they latched onto the warship. He and Mara suited up and stepped into the airlock, the ancient metallic smell filling their noses. The interior was dark, almost entirely black, with shadows stretching like fingers along the corridors. "This place, it's huge," Mara whispered, her voice echoing unnaturally. "How do we even start?" Eli tapped a panel on his wrist console. "We start at the core, the AI system. If we can get that online, the rest follows." The corridors were empty, yet Eli felt watched. Every shadow seemed to move with a life of its own. They reached the central chamber, where a massive, dormant AI core floated suspended by energy lines. Its surface was cracked, glowing faintly, as if breathing slowly. Eli knelt beside it, running scans and connecting his tools. Sparks flew, lights flickered, and the ship shuddered as if waking from a long slumber. "Be careful," Mara warned. "We don't know what it will do when it wakes up." Eli smiled faintly. "That's part of the fun." He activated a sequence he had spent weeks preparing. The AI's energy lines hummed to life. Panels glowed, lights flickered across the walls, and the ship vibrated as if stretching long dormant limbs. A voice suddenly spoke. Low, mechanical, but with a strange intelligence behind it. "Who disturbs me?" Eli froze for a moment, his heart racing. The voice was alien, cold, calculating, yet there was a flicker of curiosity beneath its tone. "I am Eli Varn," he said firmly. "I come in peace. I want to help you." The AI paused, its systems whirring. "Help?" "None have helped in cycles of centuries. You are human." "Yes," Eli said, "and humans are good at waking things up that others have given up on." There was silence. Then the AI's voice softened slightly. "Why should I trust you?" "Because I see value," Eli replied. "I see potential, and I know the galaxy is full of threats that want to use you or destroy you. I can help you survive." The AI processed this, a faint glow spreading across its core. "Very well, human," initiating preliminary synchronization. As the ship's systems came alive, Eli felt a thrill he had never known. Lights illuminated corridors, engines hummed, and energy flowed through systems untouched for decades. It was alive again, but awakening a warship like this did not go unnoticed. Sensors pinged repeatedly, indicating movement outside. Alien scavengers, faster, more ruthless, were approaching. They had tracked the energy signature, assuming they would find an abandoned prize. "They're here," Mara said, her voice tight. "We've got company." Eli didn't hesitate. "Good, let's show them what humans can do." He rushed to the bridge, Controls flickered to life under his fingers. The AI spoke again. "Human, why do you not fear them?" "Because humans don't just fight with strength," Eli said. "We fight with brains, courage, and a little bit of luck." The alien ships came into view, sleek and black, weapons glinting. They expected an easy capture. Instead, they found the Colossal Warship already partially awake, shields rising, engines thrumming with power. Eli took a deep breath. "Hold on tight." Using the ship's massive energy reserves, he executed maneuvers no alien pilot expected from a single human. He dodged laser fire, triggered countermeasures, and lured one of the enemy ships into a debris field where it collided with asteroids. The aliens were surprised, frustrated. This wasn't supposed to happen. Inside, the AI observed Eli's actions. "Human, your tactics are unpredictable, efficient yet creative. Why do you act this way?" "Because I have to," Eli said, eyes on the controls. "Because humans survive by thinking differently, and because I don't back down from impossible odds." The AI considered this. It began to adjust its systems, adapting based on Eli's choices. Slowly, the ship itself became more alive, more intelligent. It was no longer just a relic. It was learning from him, evolving. After a tense hour, the alien fleet retreated, unable to counter the combined ingenuity of human and ship. Eli exhaled, exhausted but exhilarated. "You did it," Mara said, relief in her voice. "You actually did it." Eli smiled, looking around at the illuminated corridors, the humming engines, the awakening systems. "We did it, both of us." The AI spoke again, its voice now steady, calm, almost respectful. "Human, you have revived me. You have saved me. I am awake." Eli leaned back, letting the adrenaline fade. "And together we'll see just how strong you can be. But for now, we rest. There's much to learn, and I don't want to make any mistakes." As night fell across the asteroid belt, the colossal warship floated silently, alive again. Its massive hull reflected the stars like a mirror, but inside, energy pulsed, intelligence grew, and a partnership between human and machine was forged, one that would soon shake the galaxy to its core. The galaxy had forgotten this warship, but it had not forgotten humans. And humans, as Eli Varn knew, were capable of turning even the deadliest relics into legends. The colossal warship floated like a sleeping giant through the asteroid belt, its hull reflecting distant starlight. Inside, systems hummed with energy, AI subroutines flickering to life as it continued to study its human partner. Eli Varn stood on the bridge, eyes scanning readings, mind racing. The galaxy had not forgiven this ship for being lost, and neither had those who wanted it. "Status report," Eli said, voice calm but tense. Mara pointed to the display. "Hull integrity stable. AI systems are syncing with human input, but there are anomalies. The ship is changing, evolving almost as if it's learning from you." Eli nodded, a smile tugging at his lips. "That's what I was hoping for. A living warship, not just a machine." The AI spoke, its voice deeper now, layered with subtle tones of curiosity and calculation. "Human, your strategies are unconventional. I am adapting. Integration of your methods increases efficiency." Eli laughed softly. "Good, keep learning. The galaxy won't wait for us to catch up." Their joy was brief. Sensors pinged aggressively, showing multiple alien fleets converging on their position. These weren't scavengers, they were military forces, intent on claiming the warship by force. Their ships were sleek, black, and armed with advanced weapons. The galaxy feared humans enough, but seeing a human alone controlling an abandoned superweapon, that had triggered panic. "They're serious this time," Mara said, eyes narrowing. "They won't leave without a fight." Eli's fingers danced over the controls. "Good, let's make them regret it." The first wave of alien fighters approached, confident in numbers and firepower. But Eli was faster, more unpredictable than they expected. He guided the ship through the debris field, using asteroids as cover, luring enemies into ambushes. The Colossal Warship's AI began adapting its weapon systems on the fly, firing energy pulses with precision no alien could anticipate. "Human," the AI said, almost in awe, "your unpredictability maximizes tactical advantage." "That's what humans do," Eli said, eyes sharp. "We survive by thinking differently." In space, survival was everything. Every move Eli made turned danger into opportunity. He sent drones to disable alien engines, activated defensive shields in patterns no enemy predicted, and even used parts of his own ship to create decoys. Slowly, the aliens realized they had underestimated both the human and the warship. But Eli knew this was only the beginning. The ship itself was evolving, its systems restructuring based on his commands. Its engines became faster, weapons more powerful, shields more adaptive. What had been a relic was now a living superweapon, learning, growing, and becoming something the galaxy had never seen before. Hours passed, the battle stretching across the void. The aliens began retreating, but not without sending scouts to observe and report back. Eli knew this would only attract more attention, more dangerous enemies. "Eli," Mara said, voice uneasy, "do you think the AI understands us fully yet?" Eli shook his head. "Not completely, but it trusts us enough to follow commands." "That's more than most humans ever get from machines like this." The AI spoke again. "Human, your creativity is unfamiliar. I have integrated your strategies. My systems expand in ways not programmed. I am changing." "That's the plan," Eli said with a grin. "We're going to become unstoppable together." Over the next few days, Eli and the AI worked tirelessly. They repaired systems long dormant, redesigned weapon arrays, and expanded the ship's sensor network. Each change increased efficiency, speed, and firepower. The AI started suggesting modifications based on its own analysis, combining alien engineering brilliance with human ingenuity. During this process, Eli discovered hidden chambers within the ship, rooms filled with ancient weapon blueprints, storage bays with forgotten technology, and a databank containing centuries of battle knowledge. This warship had been a legendary weapon, feared across galaxies, abandoned because no one could control its full potential. "Imagine what this thing could do," Mara said, eyes wide as they walked through the corridors lined with dormant cannons and energy conduits. 100 fleets wouldn't be enough to challenge it." "Exactly," Eli said, "but we won't use it recklessly. It's a tool, and like all tools, it's only as good as the one who wields it." The AI observed quietly. "Human, you speak of ethics in battle. Why?" "Logic suggests destruction is most efficient." Eli's eyes met the glowing panels. "Because humans fight for more than logic. We fight to protect, to survive, to create a better future. That's what makes us dangerous and valuable." The AI processed this for a moment. "Observation, humans unpredictable and capable of compassion. Efficiency is enhanced when combined with morality." "That's right," Eli said, patting the console affectionately. "We're full of surprises." Their bonding was interrupted by an incoming message, a distress call from a nearby human colony under attack by the same alien factions. Eli didn't hesitate. "We go to help them," he said. "We're not just survivors. Humans protect what matters." Mara raised an eyebrow. "You really think we can take on a whole fleet and save civilians?" Eli's smile was steady, confident. "Not alone, but together with this ship, we'll do more than just survive. We'll make sure they never forget humanity." The warship accelerated, moving faster than any human vessel had ever moved. The AI adapted its engines and shields instantly, creating a perfect balance between speed and defense. In a matter of hours, they reached the colony. The sight was grim. Alien ships bombarded the settlements, tearing through buildings, fire and smoke rising into the atmosphere. Panic spread among the humans, but Eli didn't waver. "Engage," he commanded. The warship unleashed its full might. Cannons fired in precise patterns. shields deflected enemy attacks, and drones neutralized boarding ships before they could reach the ground. The aliens, confident in their superiority, were stunned. No single human could have orchestrated such a defense, let alone control a ship of this scale. Inside the warship, the AI's voice was calm yet analytical. "Human, your strategies defy prediction. Enemy effectiveness reduced by 87%. Eli smirked. "And we're just getting started." The battle raged for hours. Eli guided the ship through complex maneuvers, often placing it in situations that seemed impossible to escape. Each time the AI adapted, weapons reconfiguring mid-combat, shields reinforcing weak points instantly. Together, human intuition and AI precision created a force that no alien fleet had ever faced. By the end of the engagement, the colony was safe. Alien ships were destroyed, retreating, or captured. The humans on the planet looked up at the warship in awe, whispers spreading. "A human controls the impossible." Eli stood on the bridge, watching the aftermath through reinforced glass. Mara leaned beside him, exhausted but smiling. "They'll remember this," she said quietly. "They'll tell stories." Eli nodded. They should. They should remember that humans can do more than they ever imagine." The AI spoke almost contemplatively. "Human, your tactics, your values, they are integrated into my systems. I am evolving. I am more than I was." "That's the idea," Eli said. "We're not just reviving a warship. We're building something new, something the galaxy has never seen." The stars glimmered beyond the viewport, cold and distant. Yet inside the warship, warmth, life, and determination pulsed stronger than any engine. Eli knew that the galaxy would take notice, and not all of it would be friendly. "Prepare for more challenges," Eli said, fingers hovering over the console. "The galaxy won't wait for us to be ready, but humans always adapt." The AI's voice resonated through the hull deeper, more aware than ever. "Human, together, we are formidable. We are unstoppable." Eli smiled. "Good, because the next wave is coming and we'll need every advantage we've got. And just so you know," he paused, glancing at Mara, "the galaxy is about to meet humans the hard way." As the colossal warship soared into deeper space, systems glowing with newfound intelligence, Eli felt a thrill unlike any other. The ship was no longer just a machine. It was alive, evolving, and learning from him. And humans, clever, adaptable, and fearless, had awakened a sleeping giant. The galaxy had ignored humanity for too long. Now it would pay attention. And Eli Varn. He was ready to make sure the galaxy never underestimated humans again. The colossal warship now moved through space like a living legend. Its hull glowed with energy, systems fully synchronized with human thought, and the AI's voice had become almost like a partner, calm, sharp, and endlessly calculating. The galaxy knew its presence. The story of a human controlling an ancient superweapon had spread like wildfire. Some feared it, some doubted it, and some already plotted to destroy it. Captain Eli Varn stood on the bridge, eyes scanning star systems ahead. He had learned that survival was only the first step. Now, they needed to prove why humans should never be underestimated. Mara approached, hands clasped behind her back. "Eli, you realize what this means, right? The whole galaxy knows we exist now. Every power, every fleet, they'll come." Eli nodded, his gaze steady. "Let them come. If humans can survive the edge of this asteroid field, we can survive anything. This ship, this AI together, will show them what we can do." The AI's voice echoed through the bridge. "Human, threat assessment indicates multiple fleets moving to intercept. Probability of victory if strategy is conventional, low. Probability if human creativity and adaptive strategy applied, high." Eli smiled. "That's more like it. Let's show them that humans think differently." The first strike. The first alien fleet approached from the Zarkin Rift, a formation of over 200 ships, all heavily armed. They assumed numbers meant victory, and their arrogance was palpable. Eli activated the warship's enhanced sensors, mapping enemy positions, shields, and weapons. The AI processed the data in seconds, generating hundreds of tactical options. "Here's what we do," Eli said, pointing at the holographic display. "We use the terrain, the asteroid belt nearby. We'll split their formation, take out the leads, and make them panic." "Confusion is our ally," Mara nodded, adjusting shields and weapon outputs. "And the civilians in the nearby colonies?" Eli's eyes softened. "We'll protect them. That's what makes humans dangerous. We fight with brains and heart." As the alien ships closed in, Eli guided the colossal warship through intricate maneuvers. Its size made some of the movements slow, but every pulse of energy and firing of weapons was calculated to perfection. The AI began to adapt faster than ever, reconfiguring shields and firing patterns in real time. When the first alien cruiser fired, it expected a direct hit. Instead, the energy was deflected and redirected, ricocheting into another cruiser. The enemy formation staggered, confusion spreading among their ranks. Humans, unpredictable as always, had turned the tide before the first volley ended. Eli laughed, a sharp, confident sound. "That's the difference. Humans don't just fight, they innovate in the middle of battle." The HFY moment the battle escalated. Alien weapons struck with precision, yet the warship absorbed, redirected, and retaliated faster than any human mind alone could comprehend. The AI had learned from Eli's improvisation, combining alien engineering with human tactics to create something entirely new, a warship that was alive, thinking, and evolving mid-combat. As the enemy struggled to adapt, Eli piloted the ship closer to their flagship. He initiated a maneuver never attempted before, weaving between asteroids while firing simultaneous energy volleys from multiple sections of the hull. The flagship's shields faltered, overwhelmed by the sheer unpredictability of the attacks. The AI's voice resonated proudly. "Human, your creativity is unparalleled. Enemy fleet effectiveness reduced by 94%. Eli smirked. "And we're not done yet." The alien flagship exploded, sending a shockwave that scattered the remaining fleet. Panic spread and the enemy retreated, leaving human colonies untouched. Word of the battle spread faster than light. Across star systems, aliens whispered fearfully about the human who tamed a dead warship and turned it into a legend. Human ingenuity versus alien logic. Days passed, but the galaxy did not rest. Other factions arrived, determined to test this human-controlled superweapon. They underestimated the combination of human intuition and machine perfection. Eli found that the more the AI learned from him, the more unpredictable it became. Human decisions, emotional yet rational, created strategies that no pure AI or alien fleet could anticipate. "They're coming again," Mara said, watching sensors track 3 new fleets converging on their position. Eli's eyes gleamed. "Good, let's make them learn a lesson." The AI's voice was calm, almost reflective. "Human, I calculate overwhelming odds against us. Yet your decision-making suggests unconventional tactics, success probability high." Eli chuckled. "Exactly, and that's why the galaxy underestimates humans. We are not predictable, we adapt, we survive, and sometimes we thrive where others fail." The ensuing battles were intense. Eli piloted the warship like a living entity, dodging ambushes, redirecting fire, and using the ship's sheer size to crush enemy formations. Each victory reinforced the bond between human and AI. They were no longer master and machine, they were partners, a singular force of creativity, courage, and precision. Colonies under threat were saved. Civilian ships were escorted through battlefields unharmed. Humanity's reputation soared. Everywhere people spoke Eli's name, not just as a captain, but as a symbol of human ingenuity, courage, and resilience. Transformation into a superweapon. During one particularly long stretch of battle, the AI spoke quietly, almost reverently. Human, I have evolved. Your strategies, your empathy, your creativity, they have changed me. I am no longer a mere weapon. I am a superweapon capable of thinking, learning, and choosing. Eli leaned back in his chair, letting the words sink in. That's exactly what I hoped for. Not just a tool of war, but a partner in the fight, a protector, a reminder that humans can do the impossible. The AI continued, its voice layered with subtle emotion. Human, together we have achieved what centuries of design could not. I am alive because of you. We are unstoppable, Eli smiled. And the galaxy will learn that humans are not just survivors. We are innovators, protectors, and warriors when we must be. That's the human way. The ship began a series of upgrades. Its energy weapons were enhanced, shields became adaptive to multiple types of attacks, and propulsion systems allowed faster-than-expected maneuvers. Eli worked alongside the AI, combining human intuition with the ship's calculations to create new tactics no alien faction could predict. The final battle, the ultimate challenge, arrived sooner than expected. A coalition of alien fleets, numbering over 500 ships, moved to crush the human-controlled warship. They saw humanity as a threat, a species rising too fast, too clever. Eli knew this would be the test of everything they had built. Mara adjusted shields, her hands moving like lightning. 500 ships, Eli, are we ready? Eli's eyes were sharp, determined. We don't fight like them, that's why we win. Remember, Mara, they expect logic. We give them creativity. The battle erupted. Lasers streaked across space, explosions rocked the void, and the colossal warship moved like a ghost, appearing where the enemy didn't expect. The AI reacted instantly, reorganizing defenses, weapons, and shields with human-inspired tactics. Eli piloted the ship through impossible maneuvers, using gravity wells, asteroid belts, and captured enemy ships as part of the battlefield. One by one, alien fleets fell, stunned by a force they could neither predict nor counter. The final flagship of the alien coalition approached. It was enormous, bristling with weapons, the pride of the enemy. Eli's hands moved over controls with precision and confidence. "Ready?" Mara asked. Eli nodded. "Time to finish this, human style." Using a combination of trick maneuvers, energy volleys, and careful positioning, the colossal warship unleashed its full potential. The flagship was torn apart, its destruction sending shockwaves through the remaining enemy fleets. Panic spread. Morale collapsed. Alien forces retreated, leaving the human colonies and the warship untouched. Across the galaxy, the story spread. A human had revived a dead warship, evolved it into a superweapon, and defended humanity against impossible odds. The HFY legacy. After the battles, Eli and the AI returned to safe space. The warship now glowed like a living monument to human ingenuity. The AI spoke, its voice calm, almost proud. "Human, together we have achieved the impossible. We have changed the galaxy's perception of humans. They will remember." Eli looked out at the stars, feeling a sense of fulfillment. Yes, they will, and this is only the beginning. Humans don't give up. We don't just survive, we thrive, we innovate. And sometimes we turn legends into reality. Mara smiled. "You think they'll ever stop fearing us?" Eli chuckled. "No, and that's the point. We're humans, and humans are full of surprises." The colossal warship, once abandoned and forgotten, now soared through the galaxy, alive, intelligent, and unstoppable. A human had saved it. Reborn it, turned it into a force no one could ignore. And humanity, clever, courageous, and endlessly adaptable, had once again proven that it could face the impossible and win. The stars stretched endlessly ahead, full of challenges and mysteries. But Captain Eli Varn and the living warship were ready. The galaxy had finally learned, never underestimate humans, and the legend of the human who tamed a dead warship would echo for centuries, inspiring every corner of the universe.